and when they don't meet the standard, like against Chicago, maybe against Columbus over there, they know about it. And tonight we asked them to get back up to the standards that we asked them to get to, and that we expect. And I thought that the rain delay is always difficult, but after the rain delay, I thought there was only one team going to win it, because you see the players in the tunnel before, and we had players for the whole, I think it was 2.5 hours, that were focused, that were really focused. They didn't want the game to be cancelled. They wanted the game to go to go tonight. And when they went out there in the second half, they did all they could to win that game of football. And at the moment, we've got a goal scorer that's winning us games, and that's going to give us a great opportunity and a great chance to get to where we need to get to. And you think about the time that we're finishing now. It's a big effort from both players, from both sets of players, and it was always going to be the team that had that mental toughness, that mental ability to keep going right to the very end. And it was really hard. It was hard to maintain the levels at times. It was hard to maintain possession in the second half. But I thought that we, over the 90-minute period, we probably deserved the game. And we now move on to DC. And that's another cup final for us. And we've got four more cup finals, and we've got to win every game.
Next, we'll get started with questions in the room, and then anybody on the Zoom, please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get started with Michelle Kaufman in the Miami Herald.
Phil, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Very long night. Can you just talk about Gonzalo and just what he's been doing lately? I mean, I think he has 9 goals over the last 12 games or something like that, and what he did tonight. Just can you talk about his performance?
Well, I think before the game, one of their players questioned Gonzalo before the game in match day -1, and we've got to thank that player, because that was my team talk done. Questioned Gonzalo's ability. And it's funny, because yesterday we had a bit of a competition within the team about who had won the most titles, and Gonzalo trumped everyone. He'd won 15 and everyone else had won 2 or 3. So we pinned that up on the wall. That was motivation, and he's winning us games of football. He's scoring us goals. We need to score goals. For us to get in the playoffs, we need to score goals. We need to attack. And you think about the second goal, the pass from Pozuelo was inch perfect. It's the way to the pass, he saw the movement, and the finish. First one right foot, second one left foot. He's taking us. He's leading the team. He's inspiring everyone in that dressing room. And I'd say that over the last 2.5 years that he's been at this football club, he's probably at times not done that. But I think what he's found a dressing room, and he's found a player in Pozuelo that's on the same wavelength as him, and he's found a dressing room that adore him, look up to him, respect him, but also need him for these big moments. And in the rain delay, he was the one that was driving everyone on. And he doesn't need the armband. It's his body language. It's his behaviours that I think what we've seen over the last 3, 4, 5 months has been world class. And with Leo Campagna back now getting his 30 minutes, it means that we've now got our top 2 scorers ready to play and ready to fire us to where we want to get to.
Next, we'll go to Franco Panizo and then Jose Rodriguez.
Phil, you had a long break there to analyze that first half and make changes for the second half. What did you change there in the first half? Even though you guys took the lead, didn't really have control of the game. Second half saw you guys push numbers forward, be much more attack-minded, even with yourselves very aggressive, looking for the win. So what did you change there at halftime? What did you discuss, or what did you analyze from that first half?
Well, we wanted to set off really aggressive by playing a real aggressive 4-3-3. We had to change it after 10-15 minutes because it just wasn't quite working. We then went to a more 4-2-3-1 with Gregory a little bit closer, because we found that Zelarayan was picking up spaces in behind, and our 2 centre-backs weren't marking anyone because of the intelligence of their forwards. So we dropped Gregory back. We then got some stability, but really we didn't possess the ball. I think we had 38% possession, correct me if I'm wrong. And in the second half, the only way we were going to get real control is by possessing the ball, passing the ball, 1-2 touch. And we had a feeling before the game that it was going to go the full distance. Columbus don't give goals away. They don't give results away. They've drawn a lot of games. And we were, let's just be patient with our substitutions, because later in the game, when the game ends up really stretched, we knew we were going to get 1 or 2 chances. And, Campana coming on at 30 minutes, which was probably just about right for him, which will be good. He can probably go more minutes on Sunday. I just felt when we came out after the rain, we had more control in our possession. Motta started to play better, where in the first bit I thought we just didn't get control of the ball. And they did that to us in Columbus. They went man-to-man. They did it to Montreal. They went man-to-man. The minute we tweaked the system, we started to get control.
Next, we'll go to Jose Rodriguez, and then back over to the Miami Herald, and then to Ian Hest.
Phil, second half, you take out Motta, bring in Bryce Duke. At that point, it's pretty evident you're going for it. Can you take us through that thought process? And if that's something you planned, something you worked on, or is it just a read that the coaching staff made within the game? That's
no,
what
we'd planned going to a diamond. We'd planned going to a diamond because really, you look at the next 4 games, we have to get Gonzalo and Campana in the same team. And we don't want to go to a 3 at the back. So we went to the diamond that we'd been practicing for when Leo came on, and that diamond got us the goal because we had 2 centre forwards, we had all our creative players on the pitch, and Motta has been carrying a little bit of a strain in his upper thigh. I thought he was just he was fatiguing, and we've got a player in Bryce Duke that we always want to get on the pitch, so we just felt it was worth light for light change. We went Pozuelo a little bit more inside, behind 2 strikers, got him more central, and that got us the goal. And I thought that change to go to a diamond probably won us the game.
Hi, Peyton Titus, Miami Herald. I just wanted to ask about that final save that Calendar had, that literal last-minute save. What did that mean for the team, and kind of what was going on the sidelines when he clinched that for you guys?
Well, I think the 2 games ago he hit a bit of a brick wall. He was mentally tired, physically tired. It's been a big season for him, and we took him out for a couple of games, and Nick's gone in. But Drake was always the plan to put Drake back in. He makes big saves in the big moments, and he's done that all season. I think in the first half he made a really good save to his left-hand side, and then that save in the last minute. I think what you see with Drake Calendar is you see a keeper that's got the potential to go right to the very top, because the biggest quality that I see in the top keepers that I've played with and played against and coached against is they make big saves, and he makes big saves, and his growth and his development has been incredible, and now he's got the number 1 jersey back, and that's why we put him in tonight, because we knew we had to have a big save in the game.
Now we'll go to our last 2 questions. First, Ian Hest, and then last, Mike DePasquale on the Zoom.
Thanks, Michael. Hey, Phil. You were pretty emotional, bringing everybody together, very passionate after the game in that huddle towards midfield. Yeah. Have you been in a game like this before? And what do you say to them that brings all that emotion, that passion out for you in the end?
I feed off their energy. That these players are, they're such a tight group, and I think, well, I know that the only way for success is to have a team that's together. You think about the little cameos of substitutions we've had this year. Victor Joa tonight came on and won 2 or 3 tackles. They just go on and play. They go on and do their job. And when we win and when we lose, we always like that huddle just for the togetherness bit. The togetherness bit is what's our strength. We can get better at football. We can get better at passing. We can score more goals. That's our challenge. But the togetherness will get us to where we want to get to. And we want to challenge. We want to go for it. There's no holding back now. There's no resting anyone. We've got 4 cup finals to go. And I firmly believe it's in our own hands. And Sunday we move on again. We've got to produce another big performance before the international break.
Last question, Mike.
Thank you, Michael. Phil, congratulations. Right. I want to ask you about the resiliency in your team, just the way they understood what was important tonight on the line, how they came out after that 2.5 hour plus delay. They rally around Gonzalo. And do you embrace the situation right now, knowing the situation that you're in, where you'll see the type of players that you have as you try to make a run to get into the playoffs?
Well, I think you've seen that resilience at home all season. I think our home form and coming from behind to score late, coming from behind and winning games, I think that's been consistent. So I don't think that's an accident, Mike, to be honest with you. But what we need and what we demand and what I expect now, we have to do it away from home. 2 away games. We've got 2 more away games. We cannot afford another Chicago performance or a Columbus performance. We cannot. We've got to show the same determination. And I think it's more belief away from home. as what we do at home. We're comfortable at home. We have confidence at home. We believe we're going to beat anybody that comes to drive pink. That's been our major strength. We have to go on the road now and pick up points. We have to go and get the 6 points in Toronto and against DC, and that's non-negotiable. So we have to change that mentality of going away and being a little bit fearful. We have to go for it away from home, and I would say that the consistency that we've had at home has got us into this position at the moment, which means that we're in a chance or in a shot of qualifying for the playoffs.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, guys.
And
Have
next
a
we'll
good
be
night,
joined
guys.
by Heineken Man of the Match, Gonzalo Higuain. And we'll get started with Michelle Kaufman, and then we'll go to Franco Panizo.
Gonzalo, congratulations. on the win, on the 2 goals. Can you just talk about how you were feeling tonight and just, you know, the team's success right now? How important was this win, and how were you feeling being able to provide the 2 goals for this win? Thank you.
Sí. Sí, no, mi sentimiento es totalmente de felicidad porque era un partido importantísimo. Veníamos de 3 derrotas consecutivas y bueno, hoy era un partido muy importante contra un rival directo. Arrancamos bien, después nos empataron sobre el final, luego vino este delay, que es una cosa que, bueno, va un poco en contra del fútbol porque esperar 3 horas para jugar un segundo tiempo no es normal, pero bueno, son las reglas de esta liga y hay que aceptarlas y nada, sabíamos que teníamos que salir al segundo tiempo a ganarlo y fue un partido complicado, pero el equipo dio todo y dio muestras de querer clasificarse a playoff. Ahora nos quedan 4 partidos y lo más importante es seguir en esta línea y este partido nos va a servir para volver a esa confianza que teníamos antes de los 3 partidos perdidos para afrontar los que nos quedan con más confianza y más ganas, porque estamos muy cerca de lograr el objetivo que es clasificar a playoff, que es lo que todos queremos.
My feelings are of complete happiness. It was a super important game for us after 3 straight losses. Today was extra important against a direct rival. We started really well, and then they equalized, and then came the delay. It was almost against football to wait that long, but it's a rule in the league, and we knew we had to accept it. Then we knew we had to come out for the second half to win, and we gave everything to do that. Now 4 games remain, and we have to continue on this path and build on the confidence that we had from before those 3 losses. And we have to continue to find more confidence with playoffs within our reach, which is our ultimate goal. And next we'll go to Franco Panizo in front.
Gonzalo, bueno, 2 goles hoy, sigues en un muy buen momento. 2 en la temporada, 10 en la segunda parte. ¿Qué ha cambiado para Gonzalo Higuaín de la primera parte del año al segundo parte del año, donde ha sido decisivo en tantos partidos ahora para poner al equipo en esta posición donde quizás pueden llegar a los playoffs? ¿Qué ha cambiado para ti en esta temporada o este año?
Sobre todas las cosas, jugar, que es lo que más me gusta hacer. A veces puedo jugar bien, a veces puedo jugar mal, pero lo que más me gusta es jugar. A principio de temporada tuve quizás altibajos, después estaba Leo, que estaba en un muy buen momento, y bueno, el técnico optó por eso, fue aceptado. Tuve la humildad de aceptarlo, de seguir trabajando, de saber que los buenos momentos iban a llegar, que la temporada era muy larga y que los partidos más importantes son los 10 finales, ¿no?, en esta liga. Y bueno, me tocó la suerte de poder jugarlos, de poder ayudar al equipo. Creo que sobre todo lo que cambió fue la mentalidad mía de como de volver a disfrutar de jugar al fútbol, de ayudar al equipo, de entregarles toda mi experiencia en mi carrera y bueno, el equipo, yo siento que cuando me ven bien, el equipo está bien, lo nota y bueno, es una cuestión de querer. Yo sabía que tenía que dar más y bueno, por suerte en el momento más importante de la temporada la recompensa llega, pero esto fue todo a base de trabajo, de paciencia y ojalá que siga así para mí, para el bien del equipo hasta final de temporada, para poder clasificarnos a playoff y después disputarlos, ¿no?, que son partidos muy bonitos de jugarlos y ya cuando clasificas a playoff es 1 contra 1 y bueno, ahí no depende de cómo saliste en la tabla, si segundo o séptimo, ahí es un solo partido y bueno, creo que tenemos chances de hacer grandes cosas, pero tenemos que estar tranquilos, sabemos que quedan 4 partidos y bueno, que depende de nosotros.
Next we'll go to Jose and then to Javier.
Gonzalo, quiero que queda claro que solo un delantero con tu recorrido puede definir un partido como lo hiciste hoy en el cierre. Quiero que me lleves un poquito sobre tu pensamiento, el momento que ves la pelota que viene, le pegas de primera intención cruzado ya en los minutos finales del partido. Llévame por tu pensamiento en esa jugada del segundo gol.
No. Sabiendo que tengo un jugador como Pozuelo, sé que tengo que tirar esos movimientos. Previo al gol me había dado otra que me la sacó el arquero y cuando él tiene la pelota me hace un gesto de picar y cuando piqué yo sé que él la va a tirar. Son momentos que cuando sabes que tenés un jugador así, tenés que hacer lo que más sabes hacer y lo mío es el desmarcarme y tratar de quedar de cara a gol. Sinceramente, después tuve muchísimas situaciones como ese gol en mi carrera y prácticamente ya ni miro al arco ni al arquero. Yo prácticamente ya sé dónde está el arco y decidí patear fuerte al cuerpo del arquero porque, bueno, la reacción del arquero tiene que ser muy rápida. Para ellos es más fácil cuando le tirás un poco más alejado de los pies o de las manos y decidí patearle fuerte al cuerpo. Por suerte fue gol y bueno, muy feliz de este resultado, después de todo lo que pasó del delay, era un partido importantísimo.
Next, Javier.
Buenas noches, Gonzalo.
Buenas noches.
Oye, marcaste más de 300 goles en tu carrera profesional y revisando un poco la estadística, el 70% de ellos en Real Madrid, Juventus, Nápoles, wow. Es un honor para la liga tener un jugador como tú jugando acá. Y lo estás ratificando en Inter Miami. Y te quiero preguntar, estás haciendo más goles porque te está llegando más el balón, pero ¿qué más es lo que está pasando para que aparte ese dúo que estás haciendo con Pozuelo, digamos, tengas esa fluidez en el fútbol?
Bueno, muchas gracias por tus palabras. Lindo que le reconozcan a uno lo hecho. A veces la gente se olvida de lo que uno hizo y se acuerdan de lo negativo. Creo que es algo que debería de cambiar para el bien del mundo. Y con respecto a la segunda pregunta, me siento que tengo menos responsabilidad de bajar, por ende estoy más cerca del arco. La primera parte de temporada, al no estar Pozuelo, me sentía como con más responsabilidad o más obligado de hacer jugar al equipo. Y ahora sabiendo que está Pozuelo, o el año pasado cuando estaba mi hermano, me sacan esa responsabilidad de bajar y me hacen hacer lo que mejor sé hacer, que es quedarme cerca del área y tener energía para esos metros finales. La llegada de él fue un gran cambio para mí, porque no es casualidad, desde que llegó él empecé a hacer todos estos goles, con gran parte de asistencias de él, y tener un jugador así en el equipo a mí me facilita las cosas. Así que esperemos que esta sociedad siga y que el equipo luche como hoy, porque es lo que nos va a llevar a playoff y a competir. Obviamente un equipo no es de 2 jugadores, es de 20 y pico. Y tenemos que mirar todos para el mismo lado, pero sí que si nosotros dos estamos bien y el equipo lo nota y luchamos todos, tenemos mucha más chance de clasificarnos.
Last 2 questions. First, Javier, and then Franco Panizo to finish.
Gonzalo, hablaste un poco de lo que te iba a preguntar, pero Pozuelo y tú son los que están mirados para liderar este equipo y en este momento crucial, terminando la temporada, ¿cómo llevan ustedes esa responsabilidad?
Bueno, yo hablo por mí, yo la llevo natural desde los 19 años que juego con presión. Todos los partidos de mi vida. En todo el equipo que jugué estaba obligado a ganar. La selección misma. Lo llevo con naturalidad, pero bueno, a veces pesa y se hace difícil cuando todos los ojos están en uno, ¿no? Pero es una responsabilidad muy bonita, pero muy riesgosa a la vez, porque si te va bien sos héroe y si te va mal sos villano, cuando estás a ese nivel tan alto. Y yo creo que Ale también ha jugado en Europa, en España, en Inglaterra. Es un jugador de nivel. Y yo calculo que también lo llevará con naturalidad. Y tratamos de los dos de acompañar al equipo y darles todo nuestro apoyo y experiencia para, como dije antes, poder clasificarnos y competir hasta el final.
Last question, Franco Panizo.
Gonzalo, Phil acaba de decir que su charla previa al partido fue sobre un comentario que hizo un jugador de Colombia sobre tu persona. También te lo quise preguntar la semana pasada, pero no tuvimos el chance. También un jugador después del primer partido del año de Chicago dio unas declaraciones fuertes sobre ti. Obviamente hoy metes 2 goles. ¿Es algo que te motiva? ¿Es algo que supiste de esos comentarios de los 2 jugadores en las 2 situaciones? ¿O es algo que pasa por ahí nomás y no lo piensas?
Mirá, cada uno es libre de opinar lo que quiera. A mí lo que me interesa es lo que piensan mi familia, mis amigos y el equipo donde juego. Lo que quieran hablar los demás que lo hablen. Lo de Mensa me lo mostró Phil, que decía que no me gustaba correr, que si me hacían correr estaba disgustado. El primer pique que hicimos se lesionó y ganamos con 2 goles míos. Creo que antes de los partidos hay que tener cuidado con lo que uno dice, porque después te vuelve. Pero no pasa nada, no tengo nada contra Mensa ni el chico de Chicago. Yo pienso en mí, en el equipo, y sinceramente juego para mi familia, mis amigos, y como dije antes, para el equipo. Después lo que digan los demás, yo no dije nada y hablé en la cancha.
Gracias, Gonzalo,
Okay.
and thank you all for
Gracias,
joining
buenas
us.
noches.
We'll see you again ahead of this weekend's match against DC United.
Venture out, discover